that we've got work to do. All right, we are on lesson 6 of 8. I've extended this course by a week because we've got quite a lot to do. We're going to start by simplifying. We're going to simplify this algebraic fraction that we've got over here. And tell me, guys, in the chat, what is the first thing we do when we see an algebraic fraction? What is the first thing we need to do? Mudisa's writing a maths test tomorrow. Good luck. Good luck. Fingers crossed. All right, guys, my question is, what is the first thing we do when we see an algebraic fraction? Who knows? What is the answer, guys? I'll give you guys a hint. It is written in red on the screen. Sianda, it's written in red on the screen. What do we do? Melissa, what's the first thing we do as soon as we see an algebraic fraction? Unmute for me and let me know, my dude.
Yeah, can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you. Excellent. What do we do? What's the first thing we do when we see an algebraic fraction?
When we say I think we first deal with the I first deal with down with x2 minus 6x plus 8. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. But what are we doing when we deal with it? What's the first thing we're going to do? Look at my arrow.
We're gonna factorize everything in it.
Thank you. Thank you. We are going to factorize everything. We're factorizing. So just like you said, let's factorize x squared minus 6x plus 8. So I'm going to leave the top the same because it doesn't change, right?
Yes.
There's no CF. Okay. Yes. Then how do I factorize x squared minus 6x plus 8? What do I do? I'm going to start by opening 2 brackets, right? And I think I've lost Mulisa. He's gone. Oh no, what happened? All right, okay. See, under there's open 2 brackets. Excellent. All right, let's talk this one through, guys. I know it's a trinomial. Exactly, Anam, it's a trinomial. I know that my sign over here is a negative, but my sign over here is a positive. So I need to think to myself, what do I need to multiply this sign with for it to be a positive? A negative times a what will give me a positive? No worries, Simpiwe. A negative times a negative. That's it, Sianda. That's it. A negative times a negative. And that tells me that both my signs are going to be negative. That's how I figure out that they're both going to be negative. A negative and a negative gives me a positive. Excellent. Then I'm going to look for my factors of x squared. I know that my factors of x squared are going to be x times x. That's okay, Inganati. Welcome. Right. And then we're going to go look for the factors of 8. Okay. We're going to look for the factors of 8. That means we're looking for 2 numbers that when multiplied are going to give us 8. Mirula says -4 and -2. Correct. I agree with you. Msizi, what do you think? Msizi is not unmuting. All right. Good. I agree with you guys. 2 times 4. Do we have any other options, guys? At this point, it's like redundant because I think you guys have the right answer. The other one is 1 times 8, but that one's not going to work because 1 plus 8 is going to give us 9, and that's not going to work. Bunte's like, ma'am, why is it 2 times 4? Because Bunte, 2 times 4 is equal to 8, and we're looking for 2 numbers that when multiplied together are going to give us 8, right? And the reason we want them to give us 8 is because when we add them, we want them to give us 6. And I know that 2 plus 4 is going to equal to 6. So 2 times 4, 8. 2 plus 4, 6. And that number in the middle there is 6. So I know that I'm going to have a 4 here, and I'm going to have a 2 here. Excellent. All right. We're done with the first part. We're done with the first part. Let's look at the second part. I've got x minus 2. And then I'm going to do this. And I see another trinomial, so I'm going to open 2 brackets. Okay. I'm going to open 2 brackets. Right. And then I'm going to look at my signs. I've got a positive here, and I need a positive over here. What two signs do I need to get that answer? A positive times a what gives me a positive. A positive and a, that's it, Samuel. Well done, Dumelo, that's it. A positive times a positive. So I know that both my signs are going to be positive. However, the coefficient in front of my x squared is 3. It's 3. So it's not just x squared anymore. It's 3x squared. So I can't just do this. I can't just go x and x. That's not correct because I actually have 3 in front of x squared. So what am I going to do, guys? I'm going to use the cross method. Okay, we're going to use the cross method. And over here, we're going to look for the factors of 3x squared. And on this side, we're going to look for the factors of my last number, which is 4. So 4 goes on this side, and my 3x squared goes over here. All right, and then we're going to look for the factors of 3. Okay, Kioratile says, ma'am, can you please repeat the part about the 3x squared? All right, Kioratile, if we were going to factorize this and there was no number here in front of x squared, we could do this one easy because we've seen these in grade 9. Okay, we've seen them in grade 9. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go x, and then I can find the numbers that when multiplied together are going to give me everything else. But we're in grade 10. We're not going to have that anymore. I have a number in front of x squared. So I can't just go x and x. I need to consider the number as well. Okay, so it needs to multiply together. All right, and I see Samuel's already said 3 times 1. And that's correct because 3x squared, if I want to consider that 3, I'm going to get 3 times 1. You're very welcome. Okay, 3 times 1, and I better not forget my x's because that's actually 3x times 1x. Okay, 3x times 1x is going to give me 3x squared. What are the factors of 4, guys? Tell me, the 2 factors of 4? Or the 3 factors of 4, actually. Samuel says 2 times 2. 2 times 2. Anything else? Because we need to try all the options. That's it, Patu. Hi, Patu. Nice to have you with us today. Good. 4 times 1. All right, excellent. So now we have to do a bit of trial and error. Okay. Oh, Inganati still having problem with audio. Teacher Level, can we help her out quickly?
I will DM her, Teacher Coco.
Thank you so much, Teacher Lebs. All right, so I'm going to put a 1 here, and I'm going to put a 4 here, and then we're going to multiply. We're going to cross multiply, because it's called the cross method. This is the cross method. The cross method. Then I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to get 3x times 1. That's going to give me 3x. And 1x times 4 is going to give me 4x. If I add these two together, 4x plus 3x, that's going to give me 7x. That doesn't help me because what I actually want is my middle number. My middle number is 8. Okay, it's 8x. And 7x, 8x, no, it's not working. So maybe let's not use 4 and 1. Okay, maybe let's use 2 and 2, and let's see if 2 and 2 will work. So I'm going to put 2 here and 2 there because 2 times 2 is also equal to 4. Right, so now I can cross multiply. 3x times 2 is equal to 6x, and then 1x times 2 is equal to 2x. If I add them together, 2x plus 6x, that gives me 8x. Yay! I get exactly what it is I wanted. Thank you, Tebo. That's it. 6 plus 2 is 8. So I know if I'm looking at it like this, this is exactly how I'm going to write my brackets. I'm going to write that in my first bracket, and I'm going to write that in my second bracket. And that's how I put it back into my calculation. I'm going to put 3x plus 2, and I'm going to put x plus 2. 1x is the same as x, so 1x plus 2, or x plus 2. All right, now let's have a look at this. Now that we've factorized, we need to look for whatever's common on the top and what's common on the bottom. Zanobuhle, what's up, my dude?
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, may you please repeat the step again? The step where you put 3x plus 2 in a bracket and also x plus 2.
Okay, so remember after we did the cross multiplication over here, where I multiplied this way, I multiplied 1x times 2 and I got 2x, and I multiplied 3x times 2 and I got 6x. You see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, whatever number is sitting over here and over there, that's how I put them in my bracket. And whatever number is sitting over here and over there, I put those two in a bracket.
Okay, ma'am.
See it? That's why I went 3x and 2. I put, if you look down here, I put 3x and 2 in one bracket, and in the other bracket, I put x and 2, because they were sitting like horizontal to each other. You see it?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. All right. Awesome. Apiwe, I hope Apiwe is going to help me cancel out what's common on the top and on the bottom. Hi, Apiwe.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, my boy. All right. What are we canceling? Can you see?
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
common on the top and on the bottom?
3x plus 2 and 3x plus 2.
Good. This is a 3x plus 2 and a 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2 is 1. And what else?
X minus 2 and the x minus 2.
Excellent. X minus 2 divided by x minus 2 is also 1. So I've got 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom there. All right. What do I have left up here? What do I have left on the top?
X minus 4.
At the top?
At the top.
Remember, it's a fraction. What's
Oh,
left on the top?
you have 1.
Good. I've got 1 left at the top. And then at the bottom, I've got x minus 4. Anything else?
X plus 2.
That's it. X plus 2. Well done. You almost missed it there. Very well done. That's it, Apiwe. You did amazing. All right. Okay. Can I get a thumbs up, thumbs down? How are we feeling about simplifying algebraic fractions? Tell me in the chat, guys. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Hi, Chioma.
Afternoon, ma'am. Evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, how did you get 1?
Okay. Let's do this. Chioma, if I said to you, what is 3 divided by 3? What's my answer?
1.
Good. What is 4 divided by 4?
1.
1. What is -7 divided by -7?
1.
1. Good. So you realize that if the top and the bottom look exactly the same and I divide them, what answer do I get? What answer do I get? 1. So it extends to algebra as well. So if I asked you, what is x divided by x? What is x divided by x?
1.
1. Good. Now I say, what is x plus 2 divided by x plus 2?
1.
1. Good. So if I divide anything on the top with something on the bottom and they look exactly the same, my answer is always going to be
1.
1. Right. So now let's go back to the question. Look here. I'm dividing. Let me remove this part here. Do you see why I put all of those 1s there? Because when I divide by them, I get 1. What is 3x plus 2 divided by 3x plus 2?
1.
1. It's 1. Okay. What is x minus 2 divided by x minus 2?
1.
1. So I have 1 there, and I have 1 there, and I have 1 there, and I have 1 there. Anything times 1, or 1 times 1 at the top is going to give us
1.
1 times 1 is 1, and that's where we got 1. That's where up here we got 1. Right. But at the bottom, I don't have 1. I have x minus 4 times 1, which gave us x minus 4.
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Times 1, which is still the same, times x plus 2. Do you see how we still get x plus 2 at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
So we have x minus 4 and x plus 2. And that's how we got the answer. Does that make a little bit more sense?
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
very welcome. Excellent. Somebody was like, ma'am, I kind of sort of get it. Can we do one more question? Guys, we are actually revising this section. Okay, we're actually revising this section because I did this particular part of it, the factorization, we did it in lesson 5, and we did it in lesson 4, and in lesson 5, and in lesson 6. Okay. So if you are still struggling with answering this, I need you guys to go back and rewatch lesson 4 and lesson 5, and then when you're done, rewatch today's lesson. Okay. And then Michael says, ma'am, I don't get how you got x plus 2. Okay, remember, we were factorizing over here. Okay. This funky stuff that we were doing over here, at the bottom over here, I ended up with 1x plus 2, this part here. Okay, and if you're still stuck, Califo, I need you to go watch lesson 4. Lesson 4 is very, very important because we explain this stuff as we go along. Okay, Braden, yes, it is going to be about today's lesson. And I actually do need to go get on with today's lesson. Otherwise, it's going to completely blow us off the water. Buntu, what's up?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, on the equation on the left-hand side where it says x squared minus 6x plus 8, what
Yes.
if the sign change?
If there
Maybe
was?
there's, if the sign changed and then there's a plus in front of the 6x and then there's a minus on the.
Oh, so if this was a plus there, like x squared plus 6x plus 8, like that.
Minus 8.
Minus 8. So you're saying
Yes,
if it was minus 6 minus 8, like that, x squared minus 6x minus 8.
No, ma'am, x squared plus 6 minus 8.
Plus 6x minus 8. Okay, first off, we wouldn't be able to factorize this. That's the first thing, number one. But let me indulge you. All right, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to open 2 brackets, same. And then I have to say to myself, I've got a positive over here, and I want a negative. What do I multiply with a positive to get a negative? Positive times what gives me negative? Positive times?
Negative.
Good. So my 2 signs are going to be positive and negative. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Excellent. So we always take the middle sign and we multiply it with the last sign, and whatever's missing between them, that's the 2 signs that we put in there. All right. There is a quiz, guys. We're only halfway through the lesson. Thank you, Buntu, for your question. It was a good question. There is a quiz today. For now, let's do a brain break. Let's do a magic square. I know some of you guys have already done magic squares. Oh, Inganati, I'm so sorry. And you can't even hear when I say, oh, I'm so sorry, because they don't know. Okay, I just need to... Makatsi says, not to disturb. Are we going to further calculate on our answer? Makatsi, no. Okay, no. Because when they ask us to simplify, factorizing is the simplified version. So don't go ahead and do FOIL. I think you guys call it FOIL. Don't do it. Leave it as the factor x minus 4 and the x plus 2. Leave it exactly like that. And then somebody says, ma'am, if you don't put it over 1, will your answer be marked wrong? Yes, because there's a big difference between 2 and 1 over 2. There's a huge difference. Okay, so if you just leave your answer as x minus 4 and x plus 2, that's a huge difference to 1 over all of that. All right, 2.5 are not the same thing. We need to make sure that we have that 1 there at the top. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And Jabulo's already craving a quiz. Okay, let me just see. Tabo says, can you please explain the magic square I'm about to explain? Akwande says, can't you put the 1 underneath? No, because Akwande, what's 3 divided by 1? 3 divided by 1 is 3. So no, I can't do that. Okay, let me explain a magic square quickly. Okay, let's look at this. Some of you may have played a magic square at school, but this is the beauty of a magic square. When we have this square like this, right, and it's a 3 by 3, the beauty of the square is if I add numbers, so I'm only going to add the numbers 1 to 9. I can't use any other number. I can only use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can only use each of the numbers once. So I can only use 1 once. I can only use 2 once. I can only use 3 once. And when I add them, it's kind of like Sudoku. But the difference with this one is, okay, the difference with this one is that when we add them up, they need to give me 15. So I need to add this one plus this one plus this one is 15. This one plus this one plus this one is 15. This one plus this one plus this one is 15. Okay, however, here's the kicker. When I add them this way, they also need to give me 15. And I add them this way, they also need to give me 15. And when I add them this way, they also need to give me 15. One more. When I add it this way, they also need to be able to give me 15. Now, they've given you 4 numbers. You guys need to figure out the other 5 numbers. And remember, you can only use 2 ones, 3 ones, 4 ones, 5 ones, 6 ones. Okay. Alicia's like, I hate it because I can't play it. It's fine. I'm going to give you guys a hint for the first one. I'm going to make it nice and easy. Here, I'm going to put a 4 here. So you guys can kind of get it. Okay. And I didn't actually need to because France has already given us the answer. Right. France says 8 plus 1 was going to give us 9 plus 6 is 15. Right. So France has given us the first clue. In fact, let me erase my 4 because France has done the job for me. Okay. Sylvia's like, how do we answer this? Okay. Look here, Sylvia. France has given us the right answer. So he's like 8 plus 1 plus 6 is 15. We've got our first 15. Where else can we find 15? Patu says, put 5 in the middle. Okay. If we put 5 in the middle, let's make sure it works. 9 plus 5 is 14 plus 1 is indeed 15. Well done. All right. Where else? Where else? Pamela says 2 plus 7 plus 6. 2 plus 7 plus 6. Okay, so if I put 2 over here, that also gives me 15. Excellent. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Roma says 4 plus 3, and I think we're done. Oh, easy stuff. 4 plus 3 plus 8 is equal to 15. Ta-da! Well done, guys. Okay, bottom left corner is 2. Are we getting how to do this? It's quite easy. Hey, guys. Easy stuff. Let's see. I'm just going to double check. 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 6 is 15. Good. 4 plus 9 is 13 plus 2 is 15. Well done. 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 7 is 15. Okay, we did it. We did it. Okay, great. I want you guys. I want you guys to try this other magic square. Okay. Remember, everything must add up to 50. By the way, Lesedi, welcome. Lesedi was saying that she's a newcomer. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so great to have you with us. I hope we're going to see a lot more of you. Okay. Lesedi, I cannot help you understand absolutely everything because we are like six lessons into something very important. Okay. So I see somebody say here, 8 plus 3 plus 4. Tlotlo, I agree with you. So I'm going to put a 4 over here. Because 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 8 is 15. Excellent. Roma says 4 plus 8 plus 2. Roma, that would give us 14 and not 15. Let's have a look again. And then somebody says 4 plus 9. Oh, she meant, okay, you meant 3. Okay, Tatum says 8 plus 1 plus 6, and I'm trying to keep up with everybody's answers. Everybody's moving so fast. 8 plus 1 plus 6, correct. Akwanda says 2 plus 7 plus 6. Where's the 2? Guys, where am I putting the 2? 3 plus 5 plus 7. Guys, wait, we need order. Bradley, help me. Bradley, help me.
Hello, ma'am.
Where am I putting what? Where am I putting what? Okay.
So the 2 is in the top right corner.
Okay, excellent. All right, I'm putting 2 over here. Excellent. All right, and then
5 in the middle.
5 in the middle. Excellent.
And then next to 5, 7, ma'am.
Good. Make sure that every number has only been used once. Has it?
Yes, ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well done. Well done, Bradley. That's it, guys. Okay. All right. Next week, we're going to have a 4 by 4. So it won't be like 3 squares. It'll be 4 squares. Okay. It all equals 15, Michael. Well done, guys. You did that beautifully. Okay. So we're going to have another square. It's going to get bigger and bigger. And guys, these kinds of questions help with, have you guys ever had that one question in the test? And at the end of the test, and everybody after you've written a maths test is like, yo, Joe, that one question. Like, what did you write? I wrote 14. Hey, I didn't even know that those questions that only 2 people in the whole grade get right. Those questions. Okay. Right. These kinds of things, doing these kinds of questions helps with that. Okay. It helps your brain realign. Okay. To get to those kind of answers, because you're thinking a little bit outside the box with the maths. So the more magic squares you do, the more Sudoku puzzles you do, your brain thinks a little bit more outside the box, and it helps. All right. Njabulo's like, may you please include this in the quiz? Njabulo, you know what? Just for you, next week's quiz is going to have a magic square in it. Just for you. I'm going to make sure. Okay. All right, guys. Awesome. All right, guys. We're going to be talking about algebraic fractions still, but we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting them. So now we're like getting into like dangerous territory now. We need to start thinking about adding and subtracting fractions. Let's do simple maths that we did back in grade 6 and grade 7 and grade 8. If I asked you guys what 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 is, what would you guys do? What would be the first thing that you guys do? Yes, Bradley, what would you do?
Ma'am, I would make the denominators the same.
Excellent. And how do we do that?
So you look for, I think it's the lowest common factor or highest common, not factor, denominator, sorry. So you'd say
the lowest common denominator. What would my lowest common denominator be, Bradley?
it would be 6, ma'am.
Good. How did you get to 6?
So you'd say 1 over 2 times 3 over 3 plus 1 over 3 times 2 over 2.
Okay, that now like we're complicating a little bit, but the easiest thing for us to do, Bradley, is just to go 2 times 3, take these 2 and we multiply them, and they give us 6, right?
Sorry, ma'am. In my school, you have to show every single part of the working out. So I'm just used to.
Okay. I'm going to tell you now. We are very lazy here in maths. Even your maths teacher who's making you go all the way around, they are very, very lazy. Don't even let them lie to you. They're very lazy. Okay, we're gonna do the lazy way, and they're gonna have to give you the marks because maths can be done in more than 2 different ways. Okay. There are many ways that you can do this. Okay, so I know that my LCD is 6. Don't go away, Bradley. I know that both of them need to be over 6. So I'm gonna say, what did I do to 2 to make it 6? What have I done?
You times it by
what
3.
Did I multiply it with? By 3. Good. And then I multiply the top by 3 because whatever I do at the bottom, I need to do at the top. Right. So 3 times 1 is going to give me 3, and I can do the same on this side. What did I do to 3 to make it 6? I multiplied by
2.
So what I do at the bottom, I do at the top. So 1 times 2 will give me 2. And then we remember with fractions, I add the top. So I'm going to get 3 plus 2, which is going to give me how much?
5 over 6.
5 over
6.
Over 12. You're lying. It's over 12.
Oh. No, ma'am. Wait.
No, I'm lying. No. I'm lying. That is not correct.
Lying,
do not listen to me. Okay. That is not right, guys. No.
You almost got me.
Okay.
There, Bradley.
Nice one. Nice catch, Bradley. We do not add the denominators. We keep the denominator. Okay. I'm testing you guys. I'm testing you. Bradley, you passed. Well done.
We want to think you're awake.
Keep the denominator, guys. Do not change the denominator. Keep the denominator. Okay. Keep it exactly the same. All right.
Don't
Thanks,
worry,
Bradley.
guys.
You did
Telling the truth
excellently.
this time.
I am. I promise. I'm telling the truth this time. All right. Keep the denominator, guys. I know. I am testing you. I'm testing you. And I'm okay. We're always going to keep the denominator. All right. Guys, I want you to have a look at the operations that we just did on this side. Okay. Tabo, what's up? Before I continue. Oh, it's a mistake. All right. I'm going to put your hand down for you. No worries. I want you to have a look, guys. That's it, Michael. You are 100% correct. The only time we change the denominator is when we're looking for when we change it to the lowest common denominator. All right. Now, I want you guys to keep this operation in mind. And now we're just going to add x's and y's. Now, let's look at number 1, guys. We need to find an LCD for 2 and 5. Tell me in the chat, guys, what is my LCD? What is the LCD of 2 and 5? Well done, Samuel. That's it. Well done, Nico and Sposife. That's it. It's 10. Good. It's 10. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put all of these numbers over 10. I'm going to do it once because I can't do it at one time. So I'm going to do, that's my denominator over 10. Then we're going to talk. We're going to be like, what did I do to 2 to make it 10? What did I multiply 2 by to make it 10, everyone? Let me know in the chat. I multiplied it by 5. Lisedi says, ma'am, why is it 10? Lisedi, because 2 times 5 is 10. If you're struggling to find the lowest common denominator, just find a common denominator, times the 2 of them together, and it gives us 10. All right. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to multiply here by 5. And what does the rule say, guys? The rule says, what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. So if I multiply by 5 over here, I also need to multiply by 5 over there. So I end up with 5 times x, which is 5x over 10. And then over here, what did we do to 5 to make it 10? We multiplied by 2. And then I'm going to multiply the top by 2 as well. So I'm going to get 2 times y, which is positive 2y. And this is my answer. Ta-da! Well done. That is how we add and we subtract algebraic fractions. You guys are whole rock stars for doing this beautifully. Do you guys see that the same rules that we taught you in grade 6 and grade 7 about fractions is the exact same rules that you are using today in grade 10? The rules have not changed. The rules are exactly the same. The only difference is that there's an x here and a y there, and it's all the same, guys. It's all the same. All right, let's look at number 2. I want a brave soul. Somebody raise your hand for me and walk us through number 2. Because I see a plus in the middle, I already know that I'm going to have to look for an LCD. Mulisa, I love your energy. Let's go for it, my dude. Find me an LCD. Unmute for me and tell me what my LCD. Oh, I muted you. Unmute. There we go. Mulisa, what is my LCD?
My LCD will be it will be 12. You need 12.
Excellent. Absolutely. Yes, it's 12. It's 12. There we go. It's 12. So we know that this whole thing is going to be equal to something. And I'm going to make it nice and long. We're going to need it. Something to power over 12. Right. Now, what did I do to 3 to make it 12? I multiplied by
4.
Good. I multiplied by 4. And what I do on the bottom, I have to do on the top, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So I'm going to go 4 times. Am I just going to multiply this 4 times x?
No, I don't think so.
No. What do I need to multiply it by? By the whole thing, right?
Yes.
So I have to do this. I'm going to go, that whole thing is multiplied by 4, right? So I'm going to go 4 multiplied by x minus 3.
Minus 3.
Excellent. And now, what did we do to 4 to make it 12, Melissa?
We multiply it by 3.
Good. I multiply by 3. And what I do on the bottom, I'm going to do?
I do it on top.
Good. So I'm going to go 3 times, and then I'm going to put this whole thing in brackets,
Yes.
and it's going to give me plus 3 times
3x plus 5.
Good. Okay.
Good.
We're not done, Melissa. What do I need
Yes,
to
ma'am.
do with this 4 and this 3? What am I going to do with them?
Ma'am, I think this 4 is gonna multiply the -3 inside the bracket.
Yes, but it needs to multiply everything. So I'm going to distribute. That's it, Tebogo. We're going to distribute. I'm going to go 4 times x, 4 times -3. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
So remember, this whole thing is over 12. We need to keep our denominator. Don't let go of the denominator. Keep it. Right.
Yes.
So now I've got 4 times x. What's 4 times x, Melissa?
4x.
Good. And then 4 times -3 is?
-12.
Good, -12. And then we do the next one. I'm going to get 3 times x is?
3x.
Good, plus 3x. And then 3 times +5 will give us?
-15.
Ooh, not negative. Positive and a positive will give me a?
Oh, positive 15.
Positive 15. That's it. That's it. Bradley's like, I won't get tricked again. I agree, Bradley. You won't, because now you know how it works. All right. What can I do now on the top? What do I see, Melissa, on the top?
Think doesn't x very little. There, 4x and 3x.
They're the same. They are like terms. So we're
Yeah.
going to take them and we're going to add them together, right? So I'm going to get, remember, don't lose my denominator. We must keep on with our denominator. There we go.
There we go.
12. Right. What is 4x plus 3x?
Yeah, it would be 7x squared because we have 2x.
Not squared, just 7x. The only time it's
Yes.
squared is when we're multiplying. Okay. But now
Yes.
that we're adding, we just added 4x plus 3x is 7x.
7x.
And then we need to do our numbers. Good. We need to do our numbers. I've got -12 plus 15. How much is -12 plus 15?
3.
Good. Plus 3. Melissa, you are a whole rock star. That
Thanks,
is
ma'am.
like, dude.
Thanks, man.
Wow, well done. Amazing, amazing. Look at that. Sure,
Thanks,
you did
ma'am.
that so well. Well done. Okay, and then Roma's like, ma'am, how many marks would question 2 be? All right, let's look. First, you've got to get the right denominator. And then you've got to be able to find the right factors that multiply in. And then you've got to add the right factors together. Okay, the reason why we're not going to give you so many marks for this is because distribution is something that you do in grade 8. Okay, the LCD is important because you need to find the correct LCD. So we'll give you a mark for that. All right, so we're only going to give you a mark for finding the right LCD, adding in your factors correctly. So this shouldn't even be over here. It should be over here for finding the correct factors, because a lot of kids make the mistake of doing this. They take this 4 over here, this 4 that we have over here, and they only multiply it with x. And their answer ends up looking like 4x minus 3 plus 3x plus 5. And that's not correct. Do you guys see how that's not correct? Because that 4 needs to multiply both of them, and that 3 needs to multiply both of them. But many kids actually do this instead, and that's wrong. So we'll give you a mark if you do this part over here correctly. All right. Okay, I hope that answers your question. All right, how are we feeling about algebraic fractions? Because we're going to continue with them again next week, Monday, not next week, Tuesday, next week, Monday. Give me a number out of 10 in the chat, guys. 1 out of 10 being like, yo, ma'am, hey, what just happened? And 10 out of 10 being like, yes, winning. 8 out of 10 being like, I think I got you, ma'am, but I need to practice some more. 5 is like, you lost me somewhere, but I think I've got it. Somebody just gave me a whole W, just W. I love it. I love it. I hope you guys are ready.
10,000.
I love it. I hope you guys are ready to continue with this, because at some point, we're going to complicate your lives just a little bit more. Okay, I want everybody to give number 3 a try. When you are done, choose any emoji, pop your emoji in the chat for me. Okay.
Go
Good.
ahead, guys.
We're supposed to be getting better with every try. Everybody, try number 3. Our number's like, I'm done. I can't even with you guys. Alondra is done too. Okay, hold on, Alondra. I see your answer. I see it. I hope it's a correct answer. You're not just giving me an answer there. Dumella's already done. Everybody, I feel like everybody's done. Pamela, oh, and I don't think this is Pamela. This is someone else. Hi, Pamela.
Hi, ma'am. I believe I
Hi.
found out lowest common denominator for number 3, ma'am. It's going to be 12, ma'am.
For number 3.
Yes, ma'am. The LCD.
Oh, but have a look. The LCD, I've got 3 and I've got 2. What is my LCD actually going to be?
Oh, no.
What is it going to be? What is it going to be?
6, actually.
6. It's going to be 6.
Yes, ma'am.
Francis, like, can I answer number 3? I'm going to need you to raise my hand, dude, so that you raise your hand so we can actually, okay, we can actually do that. For those of you who are like, ma'am, can I answer that one? You're all going to get a chance to answer one. I promise. Okay, Franz, are you ready? Let's go, my dude.
Yes.
All right, give me my LCD. Let's start there. What is my LCD? My LCD is how much?
X plus 4 over 3.
For that one, what is my LCD? Franz?
5.
Oh, it can't be 5. Remember, we need to go 3 times 2. 3 times 2, what is that going to be?
6.
Good, it's 6. Sure, dude, I don't know where you're sitting, but it is proper loud. Yo. Whew, okay, I know, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking to Mel. I'm like, yo, I hope they're building him a brand new house because it sounds super loud in the background. Okay, let's ask Nonkululeko to carry this one on for us. Hi, Nonkululeko.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. All right, we've already got our LCD. Help us finish this question up. All right, so I'm going to keep my denominator 6. All right, what did I do to 3 to make it 6?
Ma'am, you times it with 2, ma'am.
Good. And what I do on the top, on the bottom, I need to do?
At the top.
Okay, good. Does this mean that this is 2x plus 4?
No, you have to times it. You have to put a bracket to times it.
Good. I'm going to put a bracket around the whole thing. All right, excellent. Now, what did I do to 2 to make it 6? I had to multiply by
3.
By 3.
What you do at the bottom, you do at the top.
Good. Oh, I can't even finish my sentences because Nonkululeko is just finishing them for me. Nonkululeko, I want you to be very careful of something. Okay, notice that in front of my 3, I want you to notice that in front of my 3, there's a negative. Do you see how there's a negative there?
Yes.
Okay, so that means that this number over here isn't actually 3. What is that number? It's
minus 3.
Good. I need you to remember that. All right, let's write this out. Over here, I'm going to get 2 multiplied by x plus 4. Finish up the sentence for me.
Minus 3x.
Minus 3.
Bracket x.
Bracket.
Plus 2, I think.
No, don't change the sign
2.
now. Minus 2, good. Leave it as minus 2, good. The only thing that changes is this minus here, because this minus was already in the question, so we can't leave it behind. It needs to come with us, okay?
Yes.
All right, let's distribute. Let's distribute, you and I. I know you can do this pretty quickly. I'm going to write equals. Do not forget my LCD. All right, go for it. What's 2 times
plus,
x?
Well, it's 2x plus 4. What?
Not plus 4, 2 times 4. Good, plus 8, and
8.
then?
And then it's 3x minus
Not 3x.
6. What? Minus 3x.
Not 3x. Good. Minus 3x.
Minus 6. Oh, plus 6.
Nope. A negative and a negative will give me a positive.
Plus 6.
That's it. Okay, excellent. Now I have to add like terms. Don't forget my denominator. All right, I've got 2x minus 3x. How much does that give me?
Gives me x.
Not just x. It's like the same as 2 minus 3. What is 2 minus 3?
1. Negative 1x.
That's not 1. Help him out. It's negative 1. Good. So this is negative 1x. And then I've got 8 plus 6. How much is 8 plus 6?
14.
Good. So I've got 1x, negative 1x plus 14. Very well done. Nkululeko, keep trying. Love that energy. Excellent stuff. All right.
Amen.
Well done. All right. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you got this one correct. Braden's like 10 out of 10. Gotcha. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Thank you, Teacher Lebu. I agree with you. Nkululeko is also an absolute rock star. For those of you,
Awesome work, guys.
for those of you who forgot that negative there, it's very important, guys. We, as maths teachers, we do it to catch you out. We do it on purpose. We do it on purpose to catch you out. So make sure you're not forgetting to take that minus with the number right in front of it. Okay, it's time for the quiz. Okay, teacher, I'm sorry, guys. Teacher Levi, you can put the link to the quiz in the chat. I want you guys to have a look at the next 2 questions we're going to be doing on Monday, not on Tuesday, on Monday. Yes, Bradley, absolutely. Negative x. You can do negative x. Okay, have a look at these 2 questions, and we're going to start our conversation on Monday around, look at what my denominator says. I know, Braden, it was so fun, and now we all have to go home. Lesedi, don't be like that. It's all good. It's all good. Abigail, do you have a question for me, my sweetie? No, Amahle, it's not necessary. It's not. I was just explaining how we get there. Okay. Bradley's like my first quiz. Oh, Bradley, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Go try it out. Go try it out. Mapasteka's like, I'm not okay. Oh, no, my sweetie, if you need me to explain, let me know. You're very welcome, Tabo. Keep coming back. See, people are like, piece of cake. Yeah. Okay. Babalwa's like, can I answer number 4 next week? Babalwa, if you come back next week and you remind me, yes. Thank you, Sianda. Oh, that's okay, Abigail. Akwande, what's up, my sweetie?
Jalifo says maths is
hi,
not
ma'am.
extra. Oh.
Hello, Akwanda. Akwande.
I was wondering if why didn't you swap the negative 1x and the 6 to make the negative 1 a positive?
You mean in the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can't actually do that because this negative 1 specifically belongs to this operation. It belongs to the operation 2x minus 3x. So I can't give it to any of the other variables.
All right,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you.
It belongs there. If I make x equal to 2, then this is no longer going to be a negative because negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 plus 14 is 12. Do you see how my whole answer isn't negative anymore?
Yes, ma'am.
So if I decide to take that negative and I put it down here, my answer is going to stay negative, but my answer isn't actually negative. Okay, I can't give that negative to another part of the question. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent question.
Thank you.
Oh, I cut him off. I'm sorry. Guys, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Bye, Michael. See you next week, Courtney. Chioma, the lesson is over. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Kamohelo, I'm so glad to hear. Mpo's like, can I answer number 5 next week, guys? There's so much we're going to keep learning, guys. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lesedi. It's so bad. I feel like most teachers, sometimes it's hard for them to understand that kids really don't understand. they really don't understand. It's hard for them. Especially, what's up? Thank you, Amahle. I see your message there. Bye, everyone. Please.
Hello, ma'am.
Like, when's the test? This test is now. Especially, how are you doing? Bye.
I'm good, and you? How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good, thank you.
So, ma'am, I did that example that you said that we must do, ma'am. So, so I said 2x plus 3x. But when I was checking, I saw that, ma'am, it's a negative. But why did we use a negative instead of a positive?
For which part?
The parts where, ma'am, we are grouping the like terms.
Over here.
Yes, ma'am.
This part over here, the part that I circled in red over here.
Yes, ma'am.
This one here. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
Because remember when we're adding like terms, if I asked you specifically, what is 2x plus 4x? What's my answer?
2x plus 4x will be 5x.
Why 5x?
No, oh shit. It's gonna be 6x, ma'am.
6x, good. Because what I'm actually asking you specifically is, if I have 2 x's and I add
yes, ma'am,
4 x's, how many x's do I have? That's what I'm saying, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm saying, how many of them do I have? I have 6 x's. Now I'm saying to you in this question over here, I'm saying, if I have 2 x's and I take away 3 of them, how many do I have? It's the same as
-1.
-1x. And that's how we got this answer over here, -1x.
So, ma'am, in future for these like terms, ma'am, we must always say take the first 2, then for the other like term we take it with the symbol.
Yes, so specifically remember when we learn about like terms, x squared, I can only add and subtract something else that also has x squared. For an x, I can only add or subtract something else that has x. These two things are not the same. As long as I have x squared and x squared, then I can add them. As long as I have x and x, I can add them. But if I have x plus 4, can I add these two things?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
Oh, you can.
Does 4 have an x? Does 4 have an x?
No, that
No.
I'm saying of now.
Yeah, it doesn't have it doesn't have an x. So no, I can't add them together. I can only add and subtract things that have like terms. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope that made sense. All right. Thanks, Sipesita, for your question. Guys, we're going to have to go. It's like 5 minutes past 7.